Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 25 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Gage, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
It's good. Good to be back.
Yeah. You were off at a wedding get-together. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. Hopefully the solo went all right.
It was a different. Hopefully, I did okay, I think, but it was definitely a different experience. It gives me a better idea of what it's like for those people that do it live or go live by themselves every single time, because you can't just sort of like pass it off to someone like, hey, what do you think of this? You talk for a bit. So it's definitely different. I ripped through all my topics in about 5 minutes and then had to go to like questions.
Yeah.
But for anyone new here, the pillars of StreamYard are ease of use, nice looking streams, and stability. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is probably the platform for you. And these town halls, we do them every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, just to make sure that we're answering your questions and making sure we always have a good feel for our product and we're staying in tune with our users. Nice to see you here.
And number 25 this week. 25.
Yeah, 25. That's cool. Ronnie, thanks for joining us.
6 months.
Michael, nice to see you here. You're here every single week. We appreciate that. So our first topic tonight was we had our giveaway this week. We did it on Wednesday. So Elise was our winner, and she, of course, won Eileen's YouTube video marketing course and a custom video intro and overlay from DMCA, which is Eddie Garrison's company. So that was cool. And we did if you guys didn't see it, you watch the replay because it was fun. We did another one of those live drawings where it sort of went through the names and a winner was chosen. So that was cool.
Big fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan as well.
And I think, I don't know if you mentioned, actually, I was kind of just trying to look at the comments on YouTube at the same time. We also gave her a year of StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, she got a year of StreamYard as well, which is like $240 value. So that's pretty awesome. Lee, thanks for your kind words. That's nice of you to say. StreamYard worked great covering the race across America, 32 shows in 10 days. Wow, that's awesome.
What kind of race was it? Do you know?
I think it's bike. I think it's a bike race, but I'm not 100% sure. If I'm wrong about that, Lee, let us know. Or if I'm right, let us know. Sharon, thanks for joining us. It's been a long time since Sharon was one of our, I think she was using StreamYard like right when we released it. So it's cool to see you, Sharon.
Right on.
Dale, nice to see you here. Wow, Anita, all the way from Indonesia. That's pretty awesome.
I wonder what time it is there.
Yeah, what time is it in Indonesia, Anita? Nancy, nice to see you. Nicole and Devonte, the usual suspects. And of course, Jenny, nice to see you here. Okay, next topic. As you can probably tell, Restream.io chat is working again. So yeah, sorry for people that ran into that. The Facebook chat for them was broken for several days. From what I heard, it was something to do with the way they handled chat is slightly different than us, so it didn't break for us, but it broke for them because of some changes Facebook was making. But it's all resolved now.
Cool.
And then another issue yesterday was Facebook VODs weren't VODs for people that don't know what that stands for. It's just video on demand, so just like the recordings. The streams were all fine. All the streams went through fine, but for some reason, the recordings on Facebook was cutting them to like a minute. So it's back to normal now, and we're talking to them, and we have a bug open with them to try to get the ones that were cut recovered. So hopefully they'll be able to do that. I've been surprised how good they are about that. We've had some people that run into random issues with things like that, and they usually do get it fixed. So we're still hopeful.
Yeah, Facebook's trend seems to be, at least with us, I don't know what it's like for other apps, a lot of things break randomly, like this one. Some people's videos are just cutting off at 1 minute, or the recording is, which is pretty weird. But then they are better than all the other platforms we work with, I think, so far.
They're responsive.
At actually fixing, and responding to us. So
absolutely.
Pros and cons.
Ernest, thanks for joining us. And Lee says it is indeed a bicycle race.
Cool.
Shadows of the Moon. That's a new one. Nice to see you here. And Anita says it's 8 a.m. and it's already July. Cool.
Let's go.
And our next subject was, this one I'm pretty excited about. If you're a musician or especially a podcaster, and everyone is wearing, like I have here, headphones, we're going to be adding a new option that's called like advanced audio or HD audio. That's going to, it's kind of confusing, but to put it in basic terms, there's a lot of fancy stuff that sort of runs in the background to account for people that aren't wearing headphones. That sort of does echo cancellation and cuts out background noise, which is great. But if you have a really good audio setup with headphones and you're a podcaster, you don't really need any of that, and it can actually make it so you don't actually get as good of audio quality as you might otherwise. So if you do have headphones and you do have a good audio setup, there's going to be an option to turn that stuff off, and it will allow musicians to get a better sound and for screen sharing to have better sound. So I'll be curious what you guys think of that. It should be a good change.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have that out within the next few days, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and we will be probably improving that one as well. Like we're gonna release.
Yeah, we'll be adding more and more things to it.
Yeah.
Nabi, thanks for joining us.
And we'll tell you guys like how to turn it on when we actually roll it out.
Yeah. And just a random note here, because I'm always surprised every time it comes up. I swear half the people are like, oh, I didn't know that. We do have a referral system for StreamYard. So if you go to the StreamYard dashboard and your account in the top right corner, you'll see a referrals section. And it's pretty cool. If you send an invite link through email or just copy and send the link over Messenger, if your friends sign up through that link, they'll get a $10 credit if they ever decide to upgrade to StreamYard. And if they do upgrade, you'll get a free month. So it's sort of a win-win and a cool system. So if you haven't heard of that, it exists, the referral system. I always think everyone knows about it, but apparently they do not.
Yeah, we don't talk about it too much, but it's a lot of fun.
And then, yeah, we had some questions for you guys about mobile. So we know everyone wants to be able to go live from mobile in the studio. But before that, we were curious if there were any other parts of the site that you would like to have a good mobile experience for. Like, for example, if you just go to StreamYard.com on your phone and you're logged in, the site is functional, but it's not really designed for mobile, so it's not a great experience. So we're sort of curious how many of you actually schedule streams on mobile or just do other sort of things on your account on mobile, and if it would be useful for it to sort of be a cleaner, sleeker experience outside of the studio, and if that's something you guys would like to see.
Yeah. I want to wait for some comments on that one.
Sounds like Dale's a fan of better sound. I know, Dale, you've got lots. It'll be really good for you, Dale, because you have the headphones and fancy audio equipment. So I think it will sound quite a bit better for you.
Yeah.
Beauty Bubble, thanks for joining us. Okay. The next topic is I had not quite a few, but I had a few people ask me this week and then in the past about when you stream to a group. We don't really give you the option to go live as the page that manages the group. You just have to go live as your personal profile. So a couple of questions regarding that. How important is it to you to be able to go live as the page in the group? And if it is important to you, maybe could you ask the question, Dan? I know you're more familiar with.
Sure, yeah. So the second question is, if you do want to go live to a group as a page, are you always going to go live to that group as a page? Like, for those of you guys familiar with using StreamYard, when you connected a destination, so you're connecting a group, and it said, hey, do you want to always stream to this as your profile or as a page? And you got to choose the page. Is that ideal? Or is it more like every time I stream to this group, I want to be able to decide, hey, sometimes I'm going to go live as a page. Sometimes I'm going to go live as myself. And that'll just change. Like the thing we're talking about is it'll be posted to the group still, but it's on Facebook. Who does it say it was actually posted by?
Yeah.
Was it posted by Dan or was it posted, by StreamYard or one of my other pages?
Right. And if you do that, are you always doing it as the page? Or are you sometimes doing it as the page? Sometimes we're hoping that it's always one or the other. That's what we're trying to get at. Like if you always want to go live as the page, we're curious if that is the case or not.
Yes.
Anita says a mobile phone lifestyle. Yeah, I've noticed that many people when we are always on the site on mobile and most sites. So we probably should make it more mobile friendly. Charmaine says she also does everything on the phone.
Cool.
Helen's a new user. Thanks for joining us tonight, Ellen. And I'm glad they were helpful. Hopefully those videos are helpful. If that's what you're talking about, those intro to StreamYard videos. Alfredo, yep, we're going to be adding an HD audio option. Jenny, I'd love to stream as Coach Jenny to my paid group. I always go live that way, but right now that means I have to use eCam to do it, so I'd prefer to use StreamYard. So I assume, Jenny, you mean like you'll always be going live as Coach Jenny? You wouldn't be switching between the two. That's sort of the question. I get the sense that you always go live as Coach Jenny.
It sounds like it.
John says the option would be nice. Sardow Skincare Products says hello from Topeka, Kansas. Very cool. Nancy says I've gone live on Facebook several times on mobile. Very cool. Okay, our next topic was Eddie did a virtual summit this week, which I was really impressed by. He went for like 4.5 hours, which is quite a long time to stream live for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was curious if any of you guys are doing virtual summits or there's any other interesting use cases that you've done with StreamYard. I know, Lee, your bicycle race coverage, that's a cool use case for sure. But yeah, virtual summit, I really enjoyed it. Eddie had, I can't remember the entire total of guests. I think it was 8 different guests that sort of interviewed one by one and came in and out. And it was really fun. I didn't realize how well it would work for that particular use case. So if you're considering doing a summit, maybe think about doing it virtual. And if it's going to be a virtual summit, StreamYard's a pretty good way to do that.
Cool.
And then Periscope, we released it not too long ago. What was it, 2 weeks ago now?
Yep.
So we're just curious, for those of you that are using Periscope, how's that going for you? Is there anything we could be doing better with it? I know one thing that's come up a couple of times is, I always forget the name, is it's hearts, super hearts. People want a way to display the super hearts, so that's on our radar.
Got it.
Yeah, how's it going for you? Are you guys finding that it's a good solution for Periscope?
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm especially curious about the chat. So I know, just like even just testing it myself, the Periscope chat is a bit flaky, let's call it. And this is not just when we're using it, like from StreamYard, but it's even on Periscope. I find it.
Yeah, you don't see
chatting
everyone
with yourself just to test, or I'll be chatting with myself. Hopefully, you're not. And like you just can't see, you can't chat with yourself. So I'm curious if you guys have had similar issues, and we're already talking with them about it, but hopefully
I guess you'd only notice though if you're chatting with yourself. You don't really know what messages you're not getting from other people. But yeah. Tech reviews, thanks for joining us tonight. Devontae says Periscope's going pretty good.
Cool.
Jenny's not a Periscoper.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, Mike does a panel every Saturday night with up to 5 other creators. Yeah, Mike's got a great show where it's part like a YouTube community show where he interviews YouTube creators.
Cool.
Seen a couple of times. It's a very cool show. And our final topic for tonight was prepare for launch. Sometime this summer, we're going to be officially getting rid of beta and we're already released, but we're formally releasing StreamYard as a non-beta product. So Dan and I are sort of floating ideas of what we're going to do for that launch. We want to make it a really exciting event. We were considering doing a virtual summit, actually, like a 24-hour virtual summit up to the launch where we sort of have random users on, things like that. So if you guys have any cool ideas for us and what you'd like to see for that, let us know. And it won't just be a summit. The launch is also going to go along with this sort of big release we've been hinting towards and hyping up in the group. It's going to be one of the biggest changes we've ever made. We'll go along with this launch. So that should be pretty exciting.
Good stuff. Good stuff coming.
Anita's curious about Periscope. Might need to start. Yeah, Periscope's interesting. It gets a lot of, like, some people are just like, oh, I don't care about Periscope, which fair enough. You don't have to care about Periscope. But it is sort of like Twitter Live now. And it's like the way to go live on Twitter. So I think it's, if not anything else, it's interesting for that reason as a way to go live on Twitter. And it does have sort of its own community. Like, it's been around a long time. So there's, do you remember what the number of downloads was? I was very impressed when we saw it in the App Store.
50 million on Android.
Yeah, so 50 million people have downloaded Periscope. So, I mean, there's quite a few people on there.
Yeah, not bad. It's no Facebook Messenger, but it's pretty impressive.
Jenny wants in the launch. Well, you're invited, Jenny.
Cool.
Beauty Bubble's also ready for the launch to the moon. Awesome.
Buckle in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll have to make some cool, like maybe we can have like a limited edition T-shirt or something, like a duck with rockets attached to it or something.
Hey, stuffed animals, yeah.
Thanks, Nancy. Yeah, we're excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So if you guys have any final questions for us, let us know, or else we'll probably wrap things up here and let you guys get back to your Sunday evening.
Cool. And anyone, if you're watching like the replay of this and you haven't answered any of our questions, please drop the comment, because
we'll go back.
We definitely look at the comments on these afterwards. Or in the group. Like we've had a few people when we mention things in these town halls, just comment in our group or message our page or something like, hey, about that question you're asking. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, we'll check all of it, whether it's a message on the page or a comment here. Let us know. Hey, Barb, nice to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Nice to see you here. Devontae, Mercy would be cool for the launch.
Mercy?
I'm not sure. You'll have to tell me what that is. Oh, merch. Merch.
Oh, okay.
That sounds kind of scary. I don't know.
Doesn't sound like a fun launch at all.
Navi. We'll see. Coach Dave, thanks for joining us. Connections, nice to see you here. So yeah, anything final, let us know. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap it up. Let's see if I missed any questions here. Do you have any other final notes you want to hit on, Dan?
I don't think so. I think they're going quite well.
Things are going well. It's been a fun summer.
I guess
it's going to get better.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. It is going to get better. One thing to add, or one thing to ask, is if there's any change you'd like to see with our town halls themselves.
So, yeah, I think one thing that came up is more interviews with people, which we've done a few of them, but I just need to organize them better and line up some more guests, but we'll definitely do that. And by the way, if any of you ever want to be on these town halls, email us, contact@streamyard.com, and just shoot us an email about when you're available to do it and what you'd like to talk about. And yeah, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
Jenny says she never circled back on how to use my DSLR as a camera source for streaming. Is there a way to do that without buying more equipment? So it depends on the computer you're using. I think you're on Mac, if I remember correctly, Jenny. And on Mac, I need to do some research on it. I think it depends on the type of DSLR you're using. I think if it's a Canon, you can actually do it with just free virtual software to sort of turn it into a webcam. But I'll follow up. I'll search that question in the group, because I remember it was mentioned in the group, and do some more research and follow up with you there and tag you in it. And then on Windows, by the way, Windows, I don't think you need any hardware. I think Windows, you can use something like, I think it's SparkOCam, allows you to do stuff like that.
Cool.
You gotta love autocorrect, yeah. Mercy versus merch.
Hey, thanks, Dave.
Oh yeah, thanks, Beauty Bill. But yeah, if any of you here are watching and aren't part of the StreamYard community group yet, feel free to join. I'm very active there, so if you ever have a question, I'm always monitoring it, and we'll help you out. And so will other people that are just part of the group. It's a very helpful group. Jenny likes the town halls. Thank you, Jenny.
Cool.
Okay. I think we've pretty much covered everything here. Thank you, everyone, for who tuned in to episode number 25 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. We'll be here next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific. See you next time.
Good stuff. See you, everyone.